So I'm on a study abroad trip with my school, and there are 10 students, including myself, on this trip. And 6 of us are nursing students, and 4 of us are pre-med or pre-physician's assistant. So the basis of this trip project has been healthcare. And so far, so we've been here for about a week and a half, something like. So far, it feels like a lot longer than that. We have been split into 2 groups. So the 6 nursing students have been doing rotations in the hospital, and me and or the other 3 and I have been doing a lot of outreach, health check works in more rural areas. And we're partnering with an organization that takes care of orphans specifically works with orphans in this country that I am in. So, what I wanted to talk a little bit about in this video was something that I think I understood the concept of before, but now I am experiencing it. So as I'm working with these patients, especially the little kids, while we're working with the organization that we're working with, I think my group has, we get it really exposed to sort of the more, I think, socioeconomic factors that go into the situations that these kids are put in. And so even though all we're really looking at is like checking their height and weight and making sure that there are no signs of any infection and getting them the little help that they might need and taking care of grandmothers who take care of the kids here, I think it really, I guess I expected to come into this experience with sort of like, it almost makes me sound like detached, emotionally detached, I guess is what I am trying to say. So I expected to come into the experience kind of as an outside observer, sort of seeing what the situation was here, but I realize as I work with the people and I grow close to them and especially the kids and hear their stories, I can't help but be touched by every single one. And so what I was thinking about last night was just the idea that how a human's emotion or like capability to control their emotion develops as they get older. And I think that people's emotions are the most raw and hard to hide the younger that they are. So like I think that's why like teenagers and adolescents just like super raw emotion. I think as you get older that doesn't really go away. You learn to dull that. So I think that as we're providing healthcare services to these kids and the people who are taking care of them, what's really compelling me to do everything that I can is my emotional, I almost want to say attachment, but not really, like how much I am moved by their stories. But I also recognize that in order to help them, I need to remain objective and I need to be professional about it, because if you get basically, I'm here to help these people, not, cry over their stories. So I think there is a really fine line between, I guess, that emotional attachment and carrying out the work, because one sort of drives the other, but you need both, and it's a fine line that I'm still learning to walk. And I think you really do have to be aware of where your emotions are and remain objective, because that's how you're going to carry out the best work. And so I think that this experience has drawn me even more towards physician, the path to become a physician. And I didn't think that could happen, but I even want to be a doctor even more now, because I was thinking about how you have to be compassionate, but you almost have to stifle that compassion and channel it to be a scientist and to be objective about things in order to, I want to say, satisfy your compassion. So I think that ability to, like, I almost want to say, dull your emotions and concentrate on the objective, it comes from actually dealing with the situations, and I think we take that ability to, the ability to almost ignore and suppress your emotions, and we call it experience. And I almost think, yeah, so I think I have like a new sort of appreciation of what it really means to kind of evolve in that sense of walking that fine line, because I think it is, you know, the things that you are scared of and the things that you feel emotionally overwhelmed with, and I have felt honestly very emotionally overwhelmed with hearing some of the stories and some of the things that I've seen with the patients I've encountered here. But what I've learned is that in the moment, in the situation, you have to stay objective and you have to stay like, what is the next step? What is the next goal? And you can't get too wrapped up into how upsetting everything that's going on can be. And so I think, just what I said, the ability to do, we take the ability to do that and we call it experience. So that's my video. It was a little bit of, I hope you enjoyed it. I usually think I'm rambling, but sometimes for some reason people seem to enjoy it at times. So also, if I sound a little bit off in the next 24 hours, I will know my MCAT score. So I've also been thinking about that a lot. But I think, like with that, I need to remain objective and concentrate on this task at hand, and it will get me through. So I'll see you guys next week.